Okay, well, I am going to show you my process on how we apply finish to these cutting boards. One of my favorite things to do are live edge, is working with live edge material. And I don't normally build a whole lot of things out of 1 inch thick or 1 1/4 inch thick walnut. So I always try to keep my stuff when I mill it into live edge pieces so I can use it accordingly. If I need something that's dimensional, I can always do a straight line cut. But one of my favorite things and one of my favorite ways to utilize live edge walnut are these live edge cutting boards. So I already have one coat of finish on these cutting boards, and what I do is I apply Howard's Butcher Block finish. Um, I'll rub it in by hand and let it sit for about an hour just to let it absorb. On the back it says a minimum of 20 minutes, but I like to let it sit for an hour and then buff it out with a cheesecloth. So, with that being said, we're gonna show you how we do the finishing for these cutting boards. So you want to take the bottle and just shake it up, and then we also use rubber gloves, which obviously helps keep your hands clean. And we'll do the underside or the bottom part of the cutting board first, because once we get it the finish applied, we'll put it on these pieces of wood that I cut for drying. So just kind of rub it in with the grain, and then apply some more finish as needed. Now everybody has their own way of applying their own finish, and there's no right or wrong way of doing it. It's just a matter of working it in, going with the grain, and letting it absorb into the wood to build the finish. This finish really gives these cutting boards a really nice look. And we'll do the ends. Put a little bit on there. And we'll just rub it in. Make sure you get all the edges. Flip it over, do it again. So then once we get to applying the finish to the top part of the surface, you'll see I have a paintbrush here too. That is to apply the finish in the live edge part of the cutting board. And you can see there's some wormholes and everything, which are all cleaned out and everything. Just gives the cutting boards a really cool, unique feature. My biggest thing is working with unique pieces, and whether it be crotch sections, knots, worm tracks on the outer part of the wood, it just gives every piece its own look. And the reason why I like using a rubber glove too versus a cheesecloth or any kind of cloth that for applying the finishes, it won't absorb into the cloth if you're using a rubber glove to rub it in. I like putting a good amount on, letting it absorb into the wood like it's supposed to, and then if there's any excess after about an hour, you always have to rub it out anyways, or buff it out. So now what I'll do is I'll just put a little dab on the board itself, get some on the paintbrush, and just coat it this. And we'll flip it around, do the same thing on this side. There's a little too much, but it's okay. So after we get this coat on, like I said, this is the second coat. These cutting boards will be ready to use after they dry. So we're just gonna rub the rest of the finish back in with the grain here. And then push it back a little bit. And then just set it off to the side for drying. And then we'll go to the next one. So, hope you enjoyed this video. If you like what you're seeing, we have other videos. We'll be posting videos of our sawmilling processes. You know, we have a lot of great logs that'll be milled up here. And we're just going to start sharing how we do things and pieces that we have available for sale. So if you like what you're seeing, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Like us on Facebook at Ermer's Sawmill LLC. And follow us on Instagram at Ermer's Sawmill. Thanks for watching.